Party people and fine folks, welcome back to the movement. Day 3. It's gonna get better. Another rough one today. Mostly just there was a lot to do today, a lot going on. My computer has decided that it doesn't like the editing software that I'm using all of a sudden today. So it took 3 hours for me to edit the 17-minute video for episode 2 yesterday's episode. I edited it this morning, starting at 9-ish in the morning. As you all may know, I don't edit a lot because I want these to be just free form what I'm thinking. It is probably the most editing I've done with like adding just the clips of training up here and pictures of food just up here, not fully cutting away. So it was the smoothest editing that I've ever done on this channel probably, but like it's still pretty minimal. It took 3.5 hours because my computer kept freezing. My computer was lagging. My computer did not like what was going on. My CPU usage never went over like 35% or something like that. My memory usage was around the same at the highest points. It just didn't like it. And I don't have a steady income currently, so it's not like I can just buy better software or upgrade my computer or anything like that. So it's just something I have to kind of struggle through. So that ate up a bunch of my day in a very frustrating manner. And then, after that was a lot of time dedicated to the kids. And by the time the kids were in bed, honestly, like tonight I am so tired that if I was to go do a leg day and try to squat right now, I would be super concerned that I would get pinned under the bar. Especially since, I don't have a training partner like I talked about yesterday. So, focused really heavily on food today when I realized the gym wasn't going to happen. I ate all of my meals. I've actually got my dessert right here. It's real pretty. It's protein pudding, so it's just a sugar-free Jell-O pudding mix that I make with whole milk instead of skim or 2% or anything like that, because I don't eat a lot of fat. So making it with fattier milk is the way I choose to go. Obviously, you can do it with oat milk. So there's going to be a jump right there because for some reason the Google Home just started reading off Cracker Barrel locations. So back to whatever I was saying. Oh, you can use oat milk, soy milk, whatever. It doesn't really matter what you use. But I do 2 packets of pudding mix, 4 cups of milk, and then 4 scoops of protein powder. Split it up into 4 bowls. It's I did the math on my FitnessPal earlier, but it's something like 300-ish, 350 maybe. So it's a heavier dessert. If you look at the numbers, it's almost 3 times as much calories as the Whoppers I ate. It just has a little bit better balance for me. It's not just sugar, it's fats and proteins and stuff. So I don't know, I like it. It's not perfect, but it's, you know, good. It moves the wheels in the right direction. It helps me hit my protein goal for the day, which is honestly probably the biggest number I'm concerned about. I do kind of monitor where my calories fall, but some days I may be 400 or 500 calories below my calorie allotment for the day, and some days I may be 100 over. It kind of happens, but you know, like, it is what it is, honestly, at the end of the day. But I try to make sure I hit my protein number because I compete in strongman, and I would like to continue to compete in strongman. Not during this 6-week challenge, obviously, but I want to do another competition at least this summer. I'm gonna try to hit a total of 3, maybe 4 this year if financially that pans out. But so keeping my protein intake higher while training at least semi-heavy will hopefully keep a bit more of my muscle around while I lose some fat. I want to be strong. I want to look good with my shirt off. You know, those are important things to me. I don't know how else to put it. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Some days don't go the way you plan. It's kind of all there is to it. I did not have the day I wanted to have today, but I didn't have a bad day either. It was frustrating. It was stressful. But that's kind of life, right? Just roll with those punches. So yeah. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out when I'm going to start doing live streams again. I would really like to be able to do some live streams where I actually take some Q&As, you know, do like some AMA kind of live streams where I talk about nutrition and training and things like that. I've got a clutter going on right here that I don't want to have right here, but I'm trying to go through a lot of things so that I can get it all cleared up. I plan on doing a bunch of art on my new live streams. So I'm trying to plot out some wood burning that I would like to do. Probably do some canvas sketches and some Sharpie work. I do goofy little, I've been working on little, sorry, there's a lot of extra noise happening right now. Been working on little cutesy cryptids, and so I did this Sharpie drawing of Mothman, and I did a digital print first and then kind of tried to mimic the digital print. It's not perfect, but I do mostly flat color art anyway, so there's not a whole lot of detail work in it. It's just cute, and it's just here to be cute. I've got one other that I want to do as a secret commission for a friend, and then I've got another one that I've got a couple other ideas I'm tossing around, but eventually my goal is to do like a Patreon or something, and then for a certain tier on the Patreon, everybody who's subscribed at that tier will get 2 photo prints mailed to them. So it'll just be a print I make printed on photo paper, but they'll get 2 of those mailed to them every month. And what I want to do is I want to plan out to do 12 months of kawaii cryptids. And so I'm getting way off track here, but I don't really care. There's no training footage to show today. I can show you pictures of my food. Roll the B reel behind me, I guess. It's boring because it's the same stuff. I'm okay with that. That's kind of how I'm most comfortable. My body seems to give me less stomach trouble if I'm eating pretty much the same things every day. It's like once it gets the habit of like, okay, we can process that one. Oh, we can process that one. Okay. And it kind of seems like once I give it a couple of days of that, my body function seems to be a little bit more homeostasis, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if there's even really science to that. That's not a branch of nutrition that I've ever really like looked down for research, but meh. I also realize I mentioned that I'm using protein powder in my pudding. You don't have to. Now that I'm thinking about how I just gave you the instructions for how I make it, don't use protein powder if you can't afford it or don't want to. I do it because it's easier than eating a 5th full meal for the day for me, which is kind of what it would require for me to be able to get the protein number I'm trying to get out of my day. Supplements are supplemental. You don't need them. And I don't work with any supplement companies, so I'm not going to sit here and try to plug you on things that, you know, aren't paying my bills. There are legitimately good and usable supplements, but all supplements are supplemental. Nobody needs to take a supplement unless otherwise advised by a doctor. Protein powder is cool if you can't eat enough protein in a day. Creatine has benefits. It's not necessary to take. I'm a big fan of caffeine, which is technically a supplement. I wouldn't be awake at 10:30 at night like I am currently if not for caffeine. So, you know, just living my best life. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of it for me for today. It wasn't a bad day. It was just a day. And some days are going to be rough. Not giving up on rough days, I feel like, is stronger than anything that you can get from going to the gym. And that's part of what the whole movement is about. Myself and a lot of other people have had very long stretches of rough for beliefs, for identities, for existing. And the movement is about celebrating that strength as well as who we are as individuals. And who I am at this point in my life is somebody who wants to challenge myself by competing in a sport that sometimes requires me to pick a car up off the ground. Not fully, obviously, but you know, that's one of the pieces of who I am at this stage of my life. And so just appreciate the strength that you have inside yourself, even if you have a hard time realizing it's there sometimes. Because that's what I love about you. Anyway, as you go out and survive your day, conquer your day, whatever kind of day you're having, just remember that you get to define greatness. So go out there and do great things. I love you.